Making their way outside of the arena at this time is the class of Scottish Highlanders. These exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Bailey Malcote, and Madeline Royce. Please be making your way outside of the arena.
We're going to start at 6, people. We'd like to introduce our judge.
Okay. We would like to introduce our judge, Reagan Bowman. Reagan resides in Greenville, Ohio with his wife, Sue. They have 5 grown children and 13 grandchildren. As a family, they have 30 shorthorn and crossbred cows. Reagan and his family enjoy breeding and selling club calves and breeding stock. They have shown competitively at numerous shows throughout Ohio and the United States, including the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, North American International Livestock Exposition, Louisville, Kentucky, and the National Western Stock Show, Denver, Colorado. Reagan is also a regional sales manager for Wolverine Packing Company based in Detroit, Michigan, where he sells all protein species to food service distributors, regional and national chain restaurants throughout the Midwest and Southeast United States. Reagan has judged at the Indiana State Fair and Michigan State Fair, as well as numerous county fairs and regional breed shows. Let's give a warm welcome to our judge. Entering the arena at this time is Scottish Highlanders. These exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Bailey Malcote, and Madeline Royce. Getting ready in the barn is Class 1 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Noah Graham, Brady Young, Morgan Hall, and Noah Brominson. Also getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 2 breeding heifers, and these exhibitors are Pierce Sturflinger, Eliza Smith, Caitlin Shang, and Walker Denton.
Well, in our first class here this evening of the Scottish Highlanders, I did a little research, and these cattle are designed, the 2 major traits is the hair, because they're where they're at from the Highlands country. It's a lot of cold weather and rainy weather, so and then their horns. So I asked the young lady up in front here, I said, so where's the horns at here? And I'm not sure if she was that calf was dehorned or not, but doesn't have much for horns. But I think that heifer probably excels from what I've read about the breed and the breed characteristics. For the most hair coat, the young lady coming in second. It's a very close competition between second and third. I mean, these calves are very immature at this point in time, but the way I see them today, we're going to go with the yellow heifer and then end up with the darker brown heifer in the end. If you would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Entering the arena at this time is Class 1 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Noah Graham, Brady Young, Morgan Hall, and Noah Bromanson. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 2 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Pierce Durflinger, Eliza Smith, Caitlin Shang, and Walker Denton. Getting ready in the barn as Class 3 breeding heifers, these exhibitors are Boone Burbage, Ella Carlier, Jacob Foreman, and Braden Hazelbaker. Congratulations to our Grand Champion Scottish Highlander, Madeline Royce. Reserve Grand Champion Scottish Highlander, Bailey Malcote, and third overall Scottish Highlander, Eli Jarman.
In this second class of feeder heifers here, I'm going to start with this little solid red heifer here. I think she just excels when you get her on a side profile. You analyze her from her chest, floor, back. Heifer that's really deep-sided. She's deep-ribbed, deep-flanked. Heifer that's got some shape down her top. I think a heifer that's got a lot of potential going on down the road, making a nice brood cow. Young man's, the next pair of calves here is a little more challenging. The young man's calf coming out here next, I'd like to clean that heifer up in her lower chest floor. I'd like to give her a little more width over her pins to stand any higher in this class. The young man's black and white calf here coming out next is a little fuller tonight, and I think therefore she wants to roach that top and not as quite as flat topped as the heifers ahead of her. But I think a nice individual, and again, I think a heifer will go and make a nice brood cow. We wrap up the class with a heifer that just doesn't have the natural muscle and shape down her top. I'd like to deepen her from her forerib to her rear flank, stand any higher. But if you would give all these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Entering the arena at this time is Class 2 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Pierce Sturflinger, Eliza Smith, Caitlin Sheng, and Walker Denton. Making the way outside the arena at this time is Class 3 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Boone Burbage, Ella Carlier, Jacob Foreman, and Braden Hazelbaker. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Show Class 4 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Pierce Sturflinger, Jack Wilson, Evelyn Hollander, and Emma Gibson. Congratulations to Class 1 breeding heifers. First place, Brady Young. Second place, Noah Graham. Third place, Noah Bromson. And fourth place, Morgan Hall. Making their way outside of the arena at this time should be Class 3 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Boone Burbage, Ella Carlier, Jacob Foreman, and Braden Hazelbaker.
in this class of feeder heifers. We've got two really nice heifers up here on top, and it's a little bit of give and take. The heifer I'm going to start the class with, I'd like to flatten her in that shoulder a little bit. She's a little bolder, but I also think that, you know, you got a heifer that's got that kind of an engine, she's got to have something to pull it with. And I mean, I think as that heifer continues to fill out, she appears today to be a little tighter in her heart right behind that front shoulder blade, but I think a heifer that excels from an overall look standpoint. She's extended fronted. She's really deep sided when you look at her from a side profile. The next heifer coming out here, I think, is very comparable in style and quality. I think as you look at her from a side, this heifer's not as deep flank. I like her coming out of that fore rib, but I'd like to deepen her down that flank to stay any higher today. Young man's heifer come out in here third. I mean, this heifer has got a lot of future ahead of her. She's really long fronted. She's clean through that chest floor. She's got some top and shape to her. When you look at her compared to the other two heifers, she just doesn't have quite the depth of rib. When you look at her from a side profile, she just gives up that rear flank and rear forerib to stand any higher. We wrap up the class with this young lady's black baldy, nice calf. I'd like to just give this heifer a little more mass and natural muscle shape to stand any higher, but if you would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 breeding heifers. First place, Eliza Smith. Second place, Walker Denton. Third place, Pierce Sturflinger. And fourth place, Caitlin Shang Shang. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Boone Burbage, Ella Carlier, Jacob Foreman, and Braden Hazel Baker. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Show Class 4 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Pierce Sturflinger, Jack Wilson, Evelyn Hollander, and Emma Gibson. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 5 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Aubrey Baston, Mason Cox, Tanner Denton, and Allison Kohler.
Well, we got a lot of differences in type and kind here. The heifer that I'm starting the class with, I think, is from her shoulders back, is the most complete heifer. As you look at her coming out of the top of that blade, right through the center part of her loin, back through that hip area, I think a heifer that just excels. I would like to clean her up in that lower chest floor and extend her front end a little better, but I think this heifer, again, puts most of the positive attributes of what we're looking for in beef cattle today. The young man's calf come out here in second. She's one of them, what I call, you see what you got, and there's nothing, not a lot of hair and fluff and puff. But this heifer, as you analyze her from the front back, she's really long fronted, she's long spine, she lays into that shoulder extremely well. If I was to change her, I'd like to change her coming into that tail head. I'd like to flatten her out just a little bit there, but I think heifer's got a lot of future ahead of her to make a nice brood cow. The young man's calf coming out here next, as you put this heifer on the move, she wants to roach that top a little bit. That droops her from hooks to pins. She just doesn't have quite the squareness up over her top that the two heifers do, I think, ahead of her. We wrap up the class with a really nice heifer. I mean, there was times it's tough to get a good view of this heifer. We didn't have her set up maybe the greatest over here, but there's parts and pieces I really like of this heifer. Again, from her shoulder back, she's got a lot of capacity, depth of rib, depth of flank. I just like to change her in that front end a little bit, but a really nice individual. If you would give them all a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 3 breeding heifers. In first place, Jacob Foreman. Second place, Boone Burbage. Third place, Braden Hazelbaker. And fourth place, Ella Collier. Entering the arena at this time is Class 4 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Pierce Sturflinger, Jack Wilson, Evelyn Hollander, and Emma Gibson. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 5 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Aubrey Baston, Mason Cox, Tanner Denton, and Allison Kohler. Getting ready in the barn is show Class 6 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Jenna Cox, Lillian Lane, Tate Tisland, and Ella Collier. Attention exhibitors, when entering the barn, please make sure to use the entrances closest to the gate or the main entrance by the sale trailer.
All first place exhibitors will be able to pick up their award winners Friday or Saturday at the sale. Again, all first place
exhibitors in the beef show tonight will be able to pick up their award Friday and Saturday at the sale.
We got a really nice pair of heifers up here on top. I think this young man's Blaze Face heifer just comes to the top pretty easily. In my eyes, as you analyze this heifer from a future brood cow prospect and a show heifer potential, I think this heifer just excels and comes to the top very easily. You look at her from the side profile, she's really extended through that front 1/3 of her body. She's got some mass down her top. She's really square hips. She's deep bodied. She's sound. She gets out and moves around the ring nicely. Really nice heifer. This young lady's heifer here was a little more challenging to get presented, but once we got her out here, I think she resembles that heifer right ahead of her. Probably maybe carrying a little more condition than what I'd like to see a heifer at this size right now, but she's got some top shape. She's smoothing that shoulder. A heifer that's got some depth aside. I think a heifer that's going to go on and make a nice brood cow. The young man's heifer come out here next. Got a lot of performance. She's long spine. She just doesn't fit what I call the show ring eye appeal compared to the two heifers together, or the two heifers ahead of her today. But I think a heifer that's got some potential in the brood cow prospect if you want to go on and raise commercial cattle. We wrap up the class with a heifer that's a little finer, frailer in her bone structure. I'd like to square her up from hooks to pins to stand any higher, but a nice individual. If you would give the exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 4 breeding heifers. In first place, Jack Wilson. Second place, Emma Gibson. Third place, Pierce Sturflinger. And fourth place, Evelyn Hollander. Entering the arena at this time is Class 5 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Aubrey Baston, Mason Cox, Tanner Denton, and Allison Kohler. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 6 breeding heifers. Those exhibitors are Jenna Cox, Lillian Lane, Tate Tisland, and Ella Collier. Getting ready in the barn is Class 7 breeding heifers. Those exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Clint Dollenmeyer, Mary Bird, and Lillian Seibert.
Well, some differences in type and kind here. I'm going to like to go with this white or Charolais appearing heifer out here to start. Again, as I talked about in some of the earlier classes, I think this heifer just comes to the top when you analyze her from a breeding standpoint. A heifer that's really clean through that chest floor. She's long spined. She's deep sided. I think a heifer's got a lot of future ahead of her. The smoky gray heifer come out here in second. I think is maybe a little quicker in her growth pattern for me. I don't know how much bigger this heifer is going to get. She's probably carrying a little more condition than I like to see in a breeding heifer at this point in time. I like to change that, her front end a little bit. She's got some nice attributes. When her shoulders back, she's deep-sided. She's got some shape to her top. Heifer that does get around the ring and moves easily. A nice individual. I think just doesn't come together to me as much as the white heifer ahead of her. This roan shorthorn appearing heifer here, a heifer that you really appreciate her length of spine, her depth of side. She just doesn't have quite the mass and muscle ahead of her on her top line that we see in those two ahead of her, as is the black heifer coming out here next. I think a heifer that just doesn't put together the show ring eye appeal. If you would give these exhibitors a nice a round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 5 breeding heifers. In first place, Tanner Denton. Second place, Mason Cox. Third place, Allison Kohler. And in fourth place, Aubrey Baston. Entering the arena at this time is Class 6 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Jenna Cox, Lillian Lane, Tate Tislin, and Ella Collier. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 7 breeding heifers. Those exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Clint Dollenmeyer, Mary Bird, and Lillian Seibert. Getting ready in the barn at this time are all first and second place class winners. These exhibitors are Brady Young, Noah Graham, Eliza Smith, Walker Denton, Jacob Foreman, Boone Burbage, Jack Wilson, Emma Gibson, Tanner Denton, and Mason Cox.
two really nice heifers here, and it's a little bit of give and take from me. I think the heifer I'm starting the class with, when you put her in motion, she just excels over the baldy heifer in second. A heifer that you really appreciate a lot of parts and pieces about her. She's long spined, she's deep sided, she's very athletic because she gets out and moves around the ring. A heifer that's nice fronted. I think a heifer that's got a lot of positive things that we're looking for in the breeding cattle today. The young man's heifer standing second here. You really appreciate her from a side profile, and I think what separates these two is you put her in motion. She puts that hind leg down just a little harsher than what I'd like to see today. I think there's a lot of nice parts to that heifer. She's long spined, she's smooth shouldered, she's got some depth aside to her. She's just maybe not quite as the athlete the heifer is ahead of her. The young lady's heifer coming in here in third, a really nice female. As you look at her from a side profile, she's got some depth aside. She's got some center part of her rib cage. I think she just ran into kind of a buzzsaw here today. You look at her from a side profile, not quite as deep as the two heifers ahead of her. The young lady's heifer wrapping up the class, really nice individual. You get behind her, she just gives up some natural muscle shape. She needs to square up from hooks to pins. Nice individual. If you would give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 6 breeding heifers. In first place, Lillian Lane. Second place, Tate Tisland. Third place, Ella Collier. And in fourth place, Jenna Cox. Entering the arena at this time is Class 7 breeding heifers. These exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Clint Dollenmeyer, Mary Bird, and Lillian Seibert. Making their way outside of the ring at this time are all first and second place class winners. Class 1 first place, Brady Young. Second place, Noah Graham. Class 2 first place, Eliza Smith. Second place, Walker Denton. Class 3 first place, Jacob Foreman. Second place, Boone Burbage. Class 4 first place, Jack Wilson. Second place, Emma Gibson. Class 5 first place, Tanner Denton. Second place, Mason Cox. Class 6 first place, Lillian Lane. And second place, Tate Tisland. All third place exhibitors need to be getting ready in the barn. These exhibitors are Class 1, Noah Bromson. Class 2, Pierce Durflinger. Class 3, Braden Hazelbaker. Class 4, Pierce Durflinger. Class 5, Allison Kohler. Class 6, Ella Collier. At the conclusion of the Market Steer Show, all cattle have the opportunity to leave. One hour after the Market Steer Show, all cattle have the opportunity to leave, but you must let Penny Church know. 1 hour after the show, you also have the opportunity to consign all market cattle to the sale.
in this class of breeding heifers here. The heifer I'm going to start with, the longer she's out here, the more she grows on me. A heifer, again, I think it's got a lot of brood cow prospect to her. She's carrying a little more chest than I like to see today. I think, but a heifer that, again, as we're talking about making these into cows, raising, whether you're going to raise club calves or commercial cattle, I think she puts together the most positive attributes we're looking for. Young man's heifer come out here in second. Really a nice female from her shoulders back. She, again's got a lot of waist down that lower 1/3 of her chest floor, but you get behind her, she's got some natural shape down her top. She's square hipped. I think a heifer that, again's got a lot of positive attributes. Young lady's calf coming out here next. She's kind of ran into a buzzsaw. You really like her depth of sight, her levelness of top. She's a little frailer boned than the two heifers we started with, but a really nice individual. If you would give the exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 7 breeding heifers. In first place, Eli Jarman. Second place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Third place, Mary Bird. And fourth place, Lillian Seibert. Entering the arena at this time is all first class exhibitors. These exhibitors are Class 1, Brady Young. Class 2, Eliza Smith. Class 3, Jacob Foreman. Class 4, Jack Wilson. Class 5, Tanner Denton. Class 6, Lillian Lane. And Class 7, Eli Jarman. Making their way outside of the arena at this time should be second and third place winners. For Class 1, second place, Noah Graham. Class 2, second place, Walker Denton. Class 3, second place, Boone Burbage. Class 4, second place, Emma Gibson. Class 5, second place, Mason Cox. Class 6, second place, Tate Tisland. Class 7, second place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Class 1, third place, Noah Bromson. Class 2, third place, Pierce Sturflinger. Class 3, third place, Braden Hazelbaker. Class 4, third place, Pierce Sturflinger. Class 5, third place, Allison Kohler. Class 6, third place, Ella Collier. And Class 7, third place, Mary Bird. Our judge today is Reagan Bowman. Reagan resides in Greenville, Ohio with his wife, Sue. They have 5 grown children and 13 grandchildren. As a family, they have 30 shorthorn and crossbred cows. Reagan and his family enjoy breeding and selling club calves and breeding stock. They have shown competitively at numerous shows throughout Ohio and the United States, including the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, North American International Livestock Exposition, Louisville, Kentucky, and the National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. Reagan is also a regional sales manager for Wolverine Packing Company based in Detroit, Michigan, where he sells all protein species to food service distributors, regional and national chain restaurants throughout the Midwest and Southeast United States. Reagan has judged at the Indiana State Fair and Michigan State Fair, as well as numerous county fairs and regional breed shows. Let's welcome our judge. Any beef cattle that wish to leave tonight may do so at the conclusion of the steer show. You have an hour. Please let Penny Church know. You must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 after at the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer. All first place winners can pick up their awards Friday or Saturday at the sale.
As we get these heifers out here in the final drive, I guess I'm really happy with the final drive lineup here. I mean, as you look at these calves from the top clear to the bottom here, I think we've got cattle that are sound, cattle that are going to go on and work what we're looking for in the beef cattle industry today. Again, whether you're raising club calves, purebreds, or commercial cattle, I think all these heifers have got a lot of nice attributes. There's a couple that just strike me pretty hard out here for your champion heifer. We'll pick the top 5 overall. If you would put your hands together, give these exhibitors a nice round of applause, and I'll go pick the couple I like best.
Congratulations, Grand Champion Breeding Heifer Lillian Lane. Entering the arena at this time is Tate Tisland. Ella Collier, please be making your way outside of the arena. Congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion Breeding Heifer, Jack Wilson. Emma Gibson, please be making your way inside the arena. Pierce Durflinger, please be making your way outside of the arena at this time. Congratulations, 3rd overall breeding heifer, Tate Tisland. Ella Collier, please be entering the arena. Ella Collier, you have 2 minutes to be making your way inside of the arena at this time. Congratulations, 4th overall breeding heifer, Jacob Foreman. Entering the arena at this time, isn't it Boone? Is Boone Burbage. Congratulations, 5th overall breeding heifer, Emma Gibson. Congratulations, Grand Champion breeding heifer, Lillian Lane. Reserve Grand Champion breeding heifer, Jack Wilson. 3rd overall, Tate Tisland. 4th overall, Jacob Foreman. And 5th overall, Emma Gibson. We will be taking a short break for pictures. Making their way to the arena at this time is Class 1 feeder steers. These exhibitors are... Never mind.
That's probably smart.
Making their way to the arena at this time is Class 1 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Tucker Denton, Walker Denton, Braden Jones, and Ian McClanahan. Getting ready in the barn is Class 2 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Eva Doyle, Ian McClanahan, Hunter Collier, Eli Jarman, Ella Collier, and Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Entering the arena at this time is Class 1 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Tucker Denton, Walker Denton, Braden Jones, and Ian McClanahan. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 2 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Eva Doyle, Ian McClanahan, Hunter Collier, Eli Jarman, Ella Collier, and Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. We would like to thank our 2024 award sponsors: Hatfield Cattle, Church Farms, Austin and Samantha Church, Southern Ohio Equipment Services, Howerton Construction, John Wood Insurance, Tim Rudd for Clermont County Recorder, Hinton Feed, Mayslick, Kentucky, Dex Imaging, Florida, Dale Schneider, Tim Trester, Senior Fairboard, L&O Plastics, Lee Farms, James and Margie Liming, Brian O'Neill, and Clermont County Cattlemen's. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 3 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Noah Bromson, Sadie Wolfer, Madeline Royce, and Tegan Tisland.
In this first class of feeder steers, I think this little black steer comes to the top pretty easily for me. I mean, you get behind him, I calf for as small and green as he is, he's got some natural shape down that top, really square hipped. He carries that down through his twist. Calf that's very athletic as far as getting out and moving around the ring. If I was to be real critical of him, I'd like to clean him in that chest floor just ever so slightly, but he's really long neck. Just got a little extra leather down there low. Young man's baldy calf come out of here next. Very similar in type and kind. You get behind this one, just gives up some natural muscle shape down the top over the calf ahead of him. But again, nice square hipped calf, really nice fronted. I think again the calf's got a lot of future ahead of him. The young man's gray calf coming out here, there's pieces and parts I like about this calf. A little more challenging to evaluate because he just doesn't want to cooperate for this young man. I like to change him coming out of that shoulder blade into that hard area a little better, get him a little fuller there. I'd like to give him a more natural muscle down his top to stand any higher in this class. The young man's black baldy calf coming in here next. Calf that just lacks the natural muscle shape, a little frailer boned than the calves ahead of him. If you would give them all a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 1 feeder steers. First place, Braden Jones. Second place, Walker Denton. Third place, Tucker Denton. And in fourth place, Ian McClanahan. Entering the arena at this time is Class 2 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Eva Doyle, Ian McClanahan, Hunter Collier, Eli Jarman, Ella Collier, and Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 3 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Noah Bromson, Sadie Wolfer, Madeline Royce, and Tegan Tisland. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 4 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Braden Hatfield, Riley Gregg, Wade Wilson, and Bailey Klinger. Any beef cattle that wish to leave tonight may do so at the conclusion of the steer show. You have 1 hour, but please make sure to let Penny Church know. You must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 hour at the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer. All first place winners can pick up their awards Friday or Saturday at the sale. Entering the arena at this time is Class 2 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Eva Doyle, Ian McClanahan, Hunter Collier, Eli Jarman, Ella Collier, and Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 3 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Noah Bromson, Sadie Wolfer, Madeline Royce, and Tegan Tisland. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 4 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Braden Hatfield, Riley Gregg, Wade Wilson, and Bailey Klinger.
Well, challenging group up here on top, these top four. This young man's red baldy calf I like a lot. Now, I guess where I was challenged, and there he gets it down. And if I could get that calf to lay that tail head down flat every time, I mean, he does win this class, and I think he wins it a lot easier. He wants to kind of stick that tail out there, and he doesn't want to lay that tail head flat. But again, if you analyze him from the ground up, from the front back, that calf's really nice fronted. He's level topped. He's got some natural shape down his top. He's very athletic as he gets out and moves around the ring. I think a really nice individual there. Young lady's calf coming in here second, a little more challenging to evaluate. One of those that you bet, doesn't maybe get him presented as quickly as some of the other calves in the class. But again, as you analyze him, I mean, he's really nice fronted. He's level top. He's got some meat and muscle down the top of his spine. I think a calf that's athletic and does get around the ring, move around the ring nicely. The young lady's black and white calf here coming out third, really nice individual. Today, I don't think that calf has quite the natural muscle shape down the top part of his loin and even back through his hip as the two calves ahead of him. But really a calf that profiles extremely nice. A calf, again, I think has got a lot of future. Young man's black and white spotted up calf here coming out next, I think is really a calf. When he's standing still, he's got a lot of attributes you really like. But you put him in motion, he concerns me in that hock joint. I think he just puts that foot down a little harder than I'd like to see today, but a nice individual. I think he just ran into kind of a buzzsaw. We got a calf here, the black calf coming in next. A calf, the little frailer bone, doesn't have the natural muscle shape the calves do ahead of him, but a nice project, nice individual. We wrap up the class with this young man's gray calf. Again, he kind of ran into a tough class today. He just doesn't have the show ring eye appeal that the cattle do ahead of him. If you would give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 feeder steers. In first place, Hunter Collier. Second place, Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Third place, Ella Collier. Fourth place, Eli Jarman. Fifth place, Eva Doyle. And in sixth place, Ian McClanahan. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Noah Bromson, Sadie Wolfer, Madeline Royce, and Tegan Tisland. Making your way outside of the arena at this time is Class 4 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Braden Hatfield, Riley Gregg, Wade Wilson, and Bailey Klinger. Getting ready in the barn is Class 5 feeder steers. Tanner Perrin, Clint Dollenmeyer, Braden Hazelbaker, Braden Hatfield, and Paisley Tyndall.
two nice individuals up here on top, and it's a little bit of give and take. I think when we put them on a side profile, the calf I'm starting the class with just has more center body cavity. I think a calf that's going to go on and feed really well because he's got that capacity. A calf with really nice fronted, level topped, got some depth aside to him. And again, you analyze these calves, these two calves head to tail. I think that's what separates the two of them. Young lady's calf coming out here next. Again, as you look at him from a side profile, I like to drop him in that flank. Time and feed can change this guy quite a bit. I mean, he's got all the pieces and the parts. He probably just don't have them quite all today, but a nice individual there coming in second. A young man's calf come out here next. Really nice calf. He's long spined. He's nice fronted. He's just a calf that just doesn't have quite the show ring eye appeal that the two calves ahead of him do today. Young lady's calf coming out here next. A little flatter muscle, a little frailer bone. A nice individual. If you would give all these kids a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 3 feeder steers. In first place, Tegan Tisland. Second place, Madeline Royce. Third place, Noah Bromson. And in fourth place, Sadie Wolfer. Entering the arena at this time is Class 4 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Braden Hatfield, Riley Gregg, Wade Wilson, and Bailey Klinger. Making their way outside the arena at this time is Class 5 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Tanner Perrin, Clint Dollenmeyer, Braden Hazelbaker, Braden Hatfield, and Paisley Tyndall. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 6 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Aubrey Hatfield, and Henry Gray.
out of the ring. Well, really a powerful calf to start this class. This peach-colored steer just excels right to the top pretty easily, in my opinion. A calf that's really clean-chested. He's massive topped. He's got some shape to his rib. Calf that gets out and moves around the ring nice and easily. Again, a calf that comes right to the top pretty easily. This calf can stand a lot of competition. These next two calves here is a little closer in type of what I see. The smoky calf today just probably has a little more depth of side. As you look at him in the side profile, he's got, that center part of his body is just a lot deeper. I would probably like to see him drop in that flank, but again, time and feed could change that calf quite a bit. This young lady's black calf coming out, I mean, that's a profiling machine right there. That calf really profiles extremely nice. He's clean-chested, he's level-topped, he's long-spined, he's athletic. He just doesn't have quite the growth rate in him today that the two calves ahead of him, but with some time and feed, that calf's got a great future ahead of him. Young lady's calf coming out here next, really nice individual, a calf that maybe doesn't have quite the show ring eye appeal of some of the calves, but just fell into a very, very tough class. If you would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 4 feeder steers. In first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. Third place, Bailey Klinger. And in fourth place, Riley Gregg. Entering the arena at this time is Class 5 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Tanner Perrin, Clint Dollenmeyer, Braden Hazelbaker, Braden Hatfield, and Paisley Tyndall. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 6 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Aubrey Hatfield, and Henry Gray. Getting ready in the barn is Class 7 feeder steers. These exhibitors are William Bertzel, Wyatt Wolfer, Clint Dollenmeyer, Tucker Denton, and Braden O'Hearn.
Well, again, and really powerful black and white here steer to start this class. I mean, again, you analyze this guy from the ground up. I mean, he's powerful. I mean, he's big bone, big hip, big bodied, really nice through that lower chest floor. I mean, to have a calf that massive and have that nice a front is more of a challenge than probably a lot of people think, but that's a really nice individual to start this class. Young man's calf coming in here second is really a nice calf. You analyze him from that shoulder blade back. I mean, that calf's got some shape and mass to his top. He's deep-sided calf that I think, again, with time and feed's got a lot of future ahead of him. The young lady's red calf coming out here next. When they first came into class, I had that calf in the second hole pretty easy. When you analyze him and the black calf going out of the ring, you look at him from a side profile. When this guy's fed and maybe a fat steer, if he deepens from that forerib to that rear flank, that's a really powerful calf too. He's really long-fronted, long-spined. He's got some twist to him. I think the calf's got a lot of future also. We have next calf coming out here. I think the young man does a very nice job getting him presented. There's parts and pieces I like about this calf. I like to change him coming out of that blade area into that forerib. I like to deepen him down from forerib to the rear flank to stand any higher in this class. But again, as I talk about time and feed, that guy's got a lot of parts in him that I like. He just doesn't maybe have it quite today. We wrap up the class with a calf that just doesn't have quite the natural muscle shape the calves do ahead of him. But if you would give all these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 5 feeder steers. In first place, Braden Hazelbaker. Second place, Tanner Perrin. Third place, Paisley Tyndall. Fourth place, Braden Hatfield. Wait. Correction. Congratulations, Class 5 feeder steers. In first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Tanner Perrin. Third place, Paisley Tyndall. Fourth place, Braden Hazelbaker. And in fifth place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Entering the arena at this time is Class 6 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Aubrey Hatfield, and Henry Gray. Making their way outside the arena at this time is Class 7 feeder steers. These exhibitors are William Birdsell, Wyatt Wolfer, Clint Dollenmeyer, Tucker Ninton, and Braden O'Hearn. Getting ready in the barn is Class 8 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Sadie Wolfer, Wyatt Wolfer, and Colton Sisson.
Well, another really nice individual to start this class here. Again, you study this guy from the ground up. I mean, he's, again, gets out and moves around the ring extremely nice. He's big barreled, really nice fronted, got a really nice show ring eye appeal to him, a really nice calf to start this class. This young man's strawberry roan calf coming out here in second. He's one of them, what I say is what you see is what you got. He's maybe not as highly presented as a calf winning the class. This calf's got some nice parts to him. He's really long fronted, he's long spine. Today I'd like to, but I think a calf with, again, time and feed has got a nice future ahead of him. We wrap up the class with a red calf that, again, is a little flatter muscle, a little frailer bone, just doesn't have quite the show ring eye appeal as the calves do ahead of him. If you would give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 6 feeder steers. In first place, Aubrey Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. And in third place, Henry Gray. Entering the arena at this time is Class 7 feeder steers. These exhibitors are William Bertzel, Wyatt Wolfer, Clint Dollenmeyer, Tucker Denton, and Braden O'Hearn. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 8 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Sadie Wolfer, Wyatt Wolfer, and Colton Sisson. Getting ready in the barn at this time is all first and second place class winners. Class 1 first place, Braden Jones. Second place, Walker Denton. Class 2 first place, Hunter Collier. Second place, Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Class 3 first place, Tegan Tisland. Second place, Madeline Royce. Class 4 first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. Class 5 first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Tanner Perrin. Class 6 first place, Aubrey Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. Thank you to our 2024 award donors: Hatfield Cattle, Church Farms, Austin and Samantha Church, Southern Ohio Equipment Services, Howerton Construction, John Wood Insurance, Tim Rudd for Clermont County Recorder, Hinton Feed, Mayslick, Kentucky, Dex Imaging Florida, Dale Schneider, Tim Trester, Senior Fairboard, L&L Plastics, Lee Farms, James and Margie Liming, Brian O'Neill, Clermont County Cattlemen's. Any beef cattle that wish to leave tonight may do so at the conclusion of the steer show. You have 1 hour to do so. Please make sure to let Penny Church know. You must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 hour at the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer. All first place winners can pick up their awards Friday or Saturday at the sale. Our judge tonight is Reagan Bowman. Reagan resides in Greenville, Ohio with his wife, Sue. They have 5 grown children and 13 grandchildren. As a family, they have 30 shorthorn and crossbred cows. Reagan and his family enjoy breeding and selling club calves and breeding stock. They have shown competitively at numerous shows throughout Ohio and the United States, including the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, North American International Livestock Exposition, Louisville, Kentucky, and the National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. Reagan is also a regional sales manager for Wolverine Packing Company based in Detroit, Michigan, where he sells all protein species to food service distributors, regional and national chain restaurants throughout the Midwest and Southeast United States. Reagan has judged at the Indiana State Fair and Michigan State Fair, as well as numerous county fairs and regional breed shows. Let's welcome our judge.
Well, a little more challenging group here, and a little bit of give and take. This first two steers up here, there's pieces and parts I like about both of them. The black steer, I really like him from a side profile. You put him in motion, he wants to snap those pasterns. The longer he's out here, the easier he gets around the ring. I know that's typical of a calf that maybe hasn't been shown a lot. But again, if that calf continues and stays good and sound, the calf's got a good future. He's really long-bodied. He's nice fronted. He's got some depth aside. I think a calf that could go on and feed really well. This red baldy calf here is one that I talk about is what you see is what you got. There's not a lot of hair, not a lot of fluff and puff. But a calf, again, as you analyze him, he's really nice fronted, level topped. He's got some depth aside to him. A calf that, again, I think will go on and feed and make a nice project. This young man's baldy calf come out here next. I like parts and pieces of this guy. I think he's really long-bodied. He's deep-sighted. You put him in motion, he just doesn't travel off those hind legs as like I'd like to see today. We get this young man's black calf coming out here next. I'd like to clean that calf up in his chest, maybe give him a little more natural muscle shape down his top, but a nice individual, and he just fell into a tough class here. We wrap up the class here with a black steer that's really nice, a little more elevated than what I'd like to see in calf at this point in time. I'd like to level that calf out in his top, but it would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 7 feeder steers. In first place, Wyatt Wolfer. Second place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Third place, Braden O'Hearn. Fourth place, William Bertzel. And in fifth place, Tucker Denton. Entering the arena at this time is Class 8 feeder steers. These exhibitors are Sadie Wolfer, Wyatt Wolfer, and Colton Sisson. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is all first and second place class winners. Class 1 first place, Braden Jones. Second place, Walker Denton. Class 2 first place, Hunter Collier. Second place, Ellie Mae Baker. Class 3 first place, Tegan Tisland. Second place, Madeline Royce. Class 4 first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. Class 5 first place, Braden Hatfield. Second place, Tanner Perrin. Class 6 first place, Aubrey Hatfield. Second place, Wade Wilson. Class 7 first place, Wyatt Wolfer. Second place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Third place class winners need to be getting ready in the barn. These exhibitors are Tucker Denton. Okay. Class 2 third place, Ella Collier. Class 3 third place, Noah Bromson. Class 4 third place, Bailey Klinger. Class 5 third place, Paisley Tyndall. Class 6 third place, Henry Gray. Class 7 third place, Braden O'Hearn.
Another nice group of steers here to, I think, wrap up our feeder steer class. This young man's calf coming out here first, I think, just comes to the top pretty easily. Again, he's not one of them that's powerfully boned and tremendous amount of hair, but you get behind this guy from his blades back, he's really got some mass down that top. He's square hip. If I was to critique him ever so slightly, I'd like to change him in that tail head. just ever so slightly. But I think that calf's got a great future ahead of him. Young man's calf coming out here next. You really appreciate the center part of his body capacity. I'd like to drop him in that flank.
In first place, Colton Sisson. Second place, Wyatt Wolfer. And in third place, Sadie Wolfer. Making their way inside the arena at this time is all class first place winners. Class 1, Braden Jones. Class 2, Hunter Collier. Class 3, Tegan Tisland. Class 4, Braden Hatfield. Class 5, Braden Hatfield. Class 6, Aubrey Hatfield. Class 7, Wyatt Wolfer. And Class 8, Colton Sisson. Making their way outside of the arena should be all second and third class winners. Class 1, second place, Walker Denton. Third place, Tucker Denton. Class 2, second place, Ellie Mae Hazelbaker. Third place, Ella Collier. Class 3, second place, Madeline Royce. Third place, Noah Bromson. Class 4, second place, Wade Wilson. Third place, Bailey Klinger. Class 5, second place, Tanner Perrin. Third place, Paisley Tyndall. Class 6, second place, Wade Wilson. Third place, Henry Gray. Class 7, second place, Clint Dollenmeyer. Third place, Braden O'Hearn. Class 8, second place, Wyatt Wolfer. And third place, Sadie Wolfer.
Well, as we get these calves out here for the final drive of the feeder calf show, or feeder steer show, I guess, really a nice lineup from top to bottom. I think these cattle are sound. They got some natural muscle shape. They got some show ring eye appeal. I mean, I think you, as a county, you ought to be very proud of these exhibitors. If you would, give them a nice round of applause. as we get them out here, I think there's multiple calves that can win tonight, and there's some calves that can win on down the road. I think these cattle, again, represent the beef breed. I think they represent good show cattle that are sound, functional, and have got some doability to them. So again, with that being said, there's a couple out here that kind of come to the top for me. If you give these kids another round of applause, I'll go pick the ones I like best.
Congratulations, Grand Champion feeder steer Braden Hatfield. Entering the arena at this time is Class 5 second place Tanner Perrin. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 5 third place Paisley Tyndall. Congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion feeder steer Braden Hatfield. Entering the arena at this time is Class 4 second place Wade Wilson. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 4 third place Bailey Klinger. Congratulations, third overall feeder steer, Tanner Perrin. Making their way inside the arena at this time is Paisley Tyndall. Congratulations, fourth overall feeder steer, Aubrey Hatfield. Making their way inside the arena at this time is Wade Wilson. Congratulations, fifth overall feeder steer, Colton Sisson. Congratulations, Grand Champion feeder steer, Braden Hatfield. Reserve Grand Champion feeder steer, Braden Hatfield. Third overall feeder steer, Tanner Perrin. Fourth overall feeder steer, Aubrey Hatfield. And fifth overall feeder steer, Colton Sisson. We will be taking a short break for pictures. Making their way outside of the show arena at this time is Class 1 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Wilson Smith, Jacob Foreman, Tanner Denton, and Eli Jarman. Getting ready in the barn is Class 2 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Elizabeth Hauserman, Jack Wilson, Brady Young, and Braden Hazelbaker. Any beef cattle that wish to leave tonight may do so at the conclusion of the steer show. You have 1 hour, but please make sure to let Penny Church know that you are leaving. You must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 hour at the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer. All first place winners can pick up their awards Friday or Saturday at the sale. A huge thank you to our 2024 award donors: Hatfield Cattle, Church Farms, Austin and Samantha Church, Southern Ohio Equipment Services, Howerton Construction, John Wood Insurance, Tim Rudd for Clermont County Recorder, Hinton Feed, Mayslick, Kentucky, Dex Imaging, Florida, Dale Schneider, Tim Trester, Senior Fairboard, L&L Plastics, Lee Farms, James and Margie Liming, Brian O'Neill, Clermont County Cattlemen's. Entering the show arena at this time is Class 1 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Wilson Smith, Jacob Foreman, Tanner Denton, and Eli Jarman. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 2 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Elizabeth Hauserman, Jack Wilson, Brady Young, and Braden Hazelbaker. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 3 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Brayley Kirk, Travis Brandenburg, and Ty Young. Our judge tonight is Regan Bowman. Regan resides in Greenville, Ohio with his wife, Sue. They have 5 grown children and 13 grandchildren. As a family, they have 30 shorthorn and crossbred cows. Regan and his family enjoy breeding and selling club calves and breeding stock. They have shown competitively at numerous shows throughout Ohio and the United States, including the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, North American International Livestock Exposition, Louisville, Kentucky, and the National Western Stock Show, Denver, Colorado. Regan is also a regional sales manager for Wolverine Packing Company based in Detroit, Michigan, where he sells all protein species to food service distributors, regional and national chain restaurants throughout the Midwest and Southeast United States. Regan has judged at the Indiana State Fair and Michigan State Fair, as well as numerous county fairs and regional breed shows.
Well, in this first class of feeder heifers, I'm going to start with this red heifer here that I think just excels when you look at her from the back, across that top blade and through that front end. I think a heifer that's got a lot of potential. She's very sound. She's deep-bodied. She's got a lot of natural muscle shape to her. Really nice heifer to start this class. This yellow roan heifer here I really like. I just like she's a little rounder muscled in that hip. She droops from hooks to pins a little more than what I'd like to see today. She's got a lot of breeding capacity to her. I think a heifer would go on and raise some nice club calves. We got a red heifer coming out here next. A little frailer bone. Heifer that doesn't have quite the natural shape down her top as the two heifers do ahead of her, but a really nice individual. We wrap up the class with a young man's heifer. It's a little more elevated than I'd like to see. I'd like to deepen her down from her foreflank to her rear flank and give her a little more natural shape down her top. But if you would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 1 feeder heifers. First place, Eli Jarman. Second place, Jacob Foreman. And in third place, Tanner Denton. And in fourth place, Wilson Smith. Entering the arena at this time is Class 2 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Elizabeth Hauserman, Jack Wilson, Brady Young, and Braden Hazelbaker. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 3 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Brayley Kirk, Travis Brandenburg, and Ty Young.
Well, really nice red heifer to start this class. I think this heifer, again, as you analyze her from the ground up and from the front back, she's really sound. She's really long-fronted. She's long-spined. She's level top. Really a nice heifer. Gets out and moves around the ring nice and easily. really nice effort to win this class. The challenge for me is basically the next couple here. This heifer here, as I put her on a side profile, I appreciate a lot of things about her. She's smooth-shouldered, she's level top, she's got some depth this side. You put her in motion, she just doesn't come off those hind legs the way I'd like to see her today. Again, if that heifer stays sound, she's got a lot of future ahead of her. The young lady's heifer coming in third. She's one of them what I call is what you see is what you got. She doesn't have a lot of hair. She's not highly fitted. But again, if you analyze her from the front back, she's really long, freaky neck. She's level spine. She's got some depth of body to her. I think a heifer that'll go on and make a nice brood cow. Again, just pretty plain Jane, if you would, today. Young man's calf rack him up the class here. Again, he's one of them as you put him in motion. He doesn't travel off those hind legs as well. I'd like to change him coming out of that top of his shoulder blade and just give him a little more emphasis there behind his shoulder blade into that forerib area. But if you would, give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 feeder heifers. In first place, Jack Wilson. Second place, Brady Young. Third place, Elizabeth Hauserman. And in fourth place, Braden Hazelbaker. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3 feeder heifers. These exhibitors are Wade Wilson, Brayley Kirk, Travis Brandenburg, and Ty Young. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is all Class 1st and 2nd place. Class 1 first place, Eli Jarman. 2nd place, Jacob Foreman. Class 2 first place, Jack Wilson. 2nd place, Brady Young. Getting ready in the barn is all 3rd place exhibitors. These exhibitors are Class 1 3rd place, Tanner Denton. Class 2 3rd place, Elizabeth Hauserman. Reminder, you must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 hour at the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer.
Well, there's some major give and take in this class. The blue roan heifer that I'm going to start with, again, she's about as athletic as anything we've got out here. You analyze this heifer from the side profile. She's really deep-sided. You get behind her, is she the most massive topped heifer out here? No, she's not. But I think, again, as you analyze her from the front back, she's really extended through that front one-third of her body. She's long-sided. She's really deep-sided. She, again, maybe not quite as massive as the heifer coming out in second, but a heifer that I think is going to want to make a really, really nice breeding piece. The young man's yellow heifer here, heifer that I really appreciate from her shoulders back. She's deep-bodied. She's deep from that forerib to that rear flank. She's got some top and shape to her, a lot of natural muscle. I'd like to clean her up in that front one-third and extend her out through that front of her body a little better to stand any higher in this class. We got a black heifer here. Again, just isn't one that just jumps out and says pizzazz to you. But again, I think there's parts and pieces about her. Again, from her shoulders back, she's got some center part of her body capacity. She's level top. I think a heifer, again, that comes into the third place pretty easily. This black baldy heifer is a little troublesome for me. She's one that, as you put her in motion, she sure don't get off those hind legs as well as I'd like to see today. I'd like to clean her up in that chest floor to stand any higher if you would. This young man's calf coming out here next. There's a lot of pieces and parts I like about this one. I'd like to, first and foremost, change to that heifer and that tail head set. I'd like to flatten that down and give her a little more natural shape coming out of that forerib. But a nice individual, if you would, give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 3 feeder heifers. In first place, Wade Wilson. Second place, Wade Wilson. Third place, Travis Brandenburg. Fourth place, Brayley Kirk. And in fifth place, Ty Young. Entering the arena at this time is all class first place winners. These exhibitors are Eli Jarman, Class 2, Jack Wilson, and Class 3, Wade Wilson, tag ending in 417. Making their way outside the arena is all class second place winners. These exhibitors are Class 1, second place, Jacob Foreman, Class 2, second place, Brady Young, Class 3, second place, Wade Wilson, tag ending in 449. Getting ready in the barn at this time is all class third place winners. These exhibitors are Class 1 third place, Tanner Denton, Class 2 third place, Elizabeth Hauserman, and Class 3 third place, Travis Brandenburg.
Well, as we get these three individuals out here for the champion feeder heifer show, I think, again, all three of these heifers show a lot of natural femininity to them. They're heifers that are sound, heifers that, again, are going to go on, and whether you're trying to breed purebred cattle, club calves, or even commercial cattle, I think they've all got a lot of the major attributes you were looking for today. There's one individual just jumps out at me pretty hard here. If you would put your hands together, give these kids a nice round of applause, and I'll pick the one I like best.
Congratulations, Grand Champion feeder heifer, Jack Wilson. Entering the arena at this time is Brady Young. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is third place, Class 2, Elizabeth Hauserman. Congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion feeder heifer Wade Wilson. Entering the arena at this time is Wade Wilson. Making their way outside of the arena from Class 3 third place, Travis Brandenburg. Congratulations, third overall feeder heifer Wade Wilson. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3 third place, Travis Brandenburg. Congratulations, fourth overall feeder heifer Travis Brandenburg. Congratulations, fifth overall feeder heifer Eli Jarman.
Again, there will be a
Congratulations, Grand Champion feeder heifer Jack Wilson. Reserve Champion feeder heifer Wade Wilson. Third overall feeder heifer Wade Wilson. Fourth overall feeder heifer Travis Brandenburg. And fifth overall feeder heifer Eli Jarman. We will be taking a short break for pictures. Any beef cattle that wish to leave tonight may do so at the conclusion of the steer show. You have 1 hour. Please make sure to let Penny Church know if you plan on leaving.
Or you can let us know at the announcer's stand.
Or you can let us know at the announcer's stand. You must consign your beef projects to the sale. You have from now until 1 hour after the conclusion of the steer show at the sale trailer. All first place winners can pick up their awards Friday or Saturday at the sale. Thank you to our 2024 award donors: Hatfield Cattle, Church Farms, Austin and Samantha Church, Southern Ohio Equipment Services, Howerton Construction, John Wood Insurance, Tim Rudd for Clermont County Recorder, Hinton Feed, Mayslick, Kentucky, Dex Imaging, Florida, Dale Schneider, Tim Trester, Senior Fairboard, L&L Plastics, Lee Farms, James and Margie Liming, Brian O'Neill, and the Clermont County Cattlemen's Association. Our judge tonight is Regan Bowman. Regan resides in Greenville, Ohio with his wife, Sue. They have 5 grown children and 13 grandchildren. As a family, they have 30 shorthorn and crossbred cows. Regan and his family enjoy breeding and selling club calves and breeding stock. They have shown competitively at numerous shows throughout Ohio and the United States, including the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, North American International Livestock Exposition, Louisville, Kentucky, and the National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. Regan is also a regional sales manager for Wolverine Packing Company based in Detroit, Michigan, where he sells all protein species to food service distributors, regional and national chain restaurants throughout the Midwest and Southeast United States. Regan has judged at the Indiana State Fair and Michigan State Fair, as well as numerous county fairs and regional breed shows. Making their way outside the arena at this time is Class 1 market steers. These exhibitors are Braden O'Hearn, Olivia Liming, and Aubrey Baston. Getting ready in the barn at this time is Class 2 market steers. These exhibitors are Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Mary Bird, and Wyatt Wolfer. Entering the arena at this time is Class 1 market steers. These exhibitors are Braden O'Hearn, Olivia Liming, and Aubrey Baston. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 2 of market steers. These exhibitors are Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Mary Bird, and Wyatt Wolfer. Getting ready in the barn is Class 3 market steers. These exhibitors are Olivia Liming, Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Wyatt Wolfer, and Mary Bird.
On this first class of market steers, I think this yellow or peach colored steer comes to the top pretty easily. You get your hands on this calf, he's adequate in his condition. He handles extremely well right back through that 12th and 13th rib. He's big topped, he's big hipped. I think a calf has got as much product in him as any calf out here, and he's mobile. He can get out and move around the ring. The young lady's calf coming here in second. Again, follows suit quite well. The only thing is that right today, I don't know that calf's quite as flexible on his rear hocks, but again, as we put that calf on the rail, I think he's going to hang a very, very desirable carcass. The young man's calf coming in here in third, a little plainer, but again, when I talk about Packer ready and what the Packers are looking for today, they'll take loads of those kind. He just doesn't have quite the show ring eye appeal. I like to score him up from hooks to pins, but he's got a lot of product in him and will hang a very, very desirable carcass. We wrap up the class with the young man's calf, the lightest calf, I think, in the class. You put your hands on him, he just needs another 45 days on feed to stand any higher in this class. If you would, give him all a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 1 market steers. In first place, Olivia Liming. Second place, Aubrey Baston. Third place, Braden O'Hearn. And in fourth place, Braden O'Hearn. Entering the arena at this time is Class 2 market steers. These exhibitors are Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Mary Bird, and Wyatt Wolfer. making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 3 market steers. These exhibitors are Olivia Liming, Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Wyatt Wolfer, and Mary Bird.
Well, there's some give and take in this class. The calf I'm starting with, I think, just puts together the most positive attributes of what we're looking for a market-ready steer, a calf that's still got some show ring eye appeal and can at least get it around the ring. I mean, is this calf perfectly sound? No. I'd like to see him free up off those hind legs a little bit, but as you analyze him from the ground up and from the front back, predominantly from the front back, I mean, that calf's got a bold top in him, comes out of that blade area into that forerib, back through the center part of his loin. He's really deep twisted. I think the calf that's going to hang the most desirable carcass. Young lady's calf coming out here next. I really appreciate this calf on a standstill. He looks good, got a good side profile to him. Get your hands on him. He just doesn't have quite enough finish on him today. I think that calf needs another 30, 40 days of feed to stand any higher in the class, but a nice individual. The black steer coming out next here. I mean, I think what little I got my hands on him, because she said he likes to swing at you and I'm too old to be kicked. But anyway, I think this calf's really adequate in his condition, but where I struggle with him is his structural soundness. When he gets on the move, he really gets outside of his skeleton off those rear two wheels. I just struggle with that, but I think, again, he'll go on and hang a very, very desirable carcass. The Smoky Carry calf wrapping up the class here just doesn't have quite the condition on him today. I'd like to deepen him from his forerib to his rear flank, put him on feed for another 45 days, and that'll change that calf considerably. If you would give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 market steers. In first place, Wyatt Wolfer. Second place, Stacy Arthur. Third place, Mary Bird. And in fourth place, Katie Wolfer. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3 market steers. These exhibitors are Olivia Liming, Katie Wolfer, Stacy Arthur, Wyatt Wolfer, and Mary Bird. Making their way outside of the arena at this time are all first and second place class winners. Class 1 first place, Olivia Liming. Second place, Aubrey Baston. Class 2 first place, Wyatt Wolfer. Second place, Stacy Arthur. We would like to introduce our grand champion rate of gain. Stacy Arthur with 2.86 pounds per day. Tag number ending in 5442. Reserve grand champion rate of gain, Mary Bird with 2.56 pounds per day. Tag number ending in 583. Congratulations.
Well, a lot of challenges in this class, a little bit of difference in type and kind. The calf I'm going to go with there, I think, is, again, the most market ready. Again, as I analyze him from his shoulders back, calf's really got a tremendous shape to his top. He's deep flanked, he's deep sided. A calf that if I was to change him ever so slightly, I'd like to clean him up in that crest of his neck. He's probably getting a little more mature right now. But again, I think when we start talking about cattle that are market ready, that's what we're here for today. Cattle that are ready to go onto the rail, go into the box beef industry as we are to feed the world here. Young lady's calf come out of here in second. This calf profiles like $1 million. I mean, he's got a good look to him. He's really nice through that chest floor. He's long spine. I guess if I was questioning, I don't know, he doesn't have quite the cover on that last 12th and 13th rib. But again, that calf's really got a great eye appeal. The big yellow roan steer here, I mean, he's one that, again, you stand on his shoulders back, that calf's powerful. He's deep-sided. He is a little more elevated than I like to see today. I'd like to clean him up in that chest floor, but that calf's going to hang a very, very desirable carcass and a lot of product in that carcass. The red baldy coming out here, I mean, again, this calf doesn't have the show ring eye appeal, but again, when we talk about the packer industry and box beef and what we're looking for in the cattle industry today, that calf will hang a very desirable carcass, and the packer will take loads of those. We wrap up the class with a black calf here, a little plainer in his look, doesn't have quite the show ring eye appeal, probably doesn't have quite the cover on him that I'd like to see today, but a nice individual. If you would give all these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 3 market steers. In first place, Katie Wolfer. Second place, Stacey Arthur. Third place, Wyatt Wolfer. In fourth place, Mary Bird. And in fifth place, Olivia Liming. Entering the arena at this time are all Class first place winners. Class 1 first place, Olivia Liming. Class 2 first place, Wyatt Wolfer. Class 3 first place, Katie Wolfer. Making their way outside of the arena at this time are all Class 2nd and 3rd place winners. Class 1 second place, Aubrey Baston. 3rd place, Braden O'Hearn. Tag ending in 814. Class 2 second place, Stacey Arthur. Class 2 third place, Mary Bird. Class 3 second place, Stacey Arthur. Class 3 third place, Wyatt Wolfer.
As we get these three individuals out here to represent the market steer division, I think all three of them are very good in their type and kind. I guess it depends on your opinion today. Again, we're raising these cattle to put beef on the table and box beef in the industry. And so I know for years a lot of judges wouldn't use cattle over $12.99. Well, I guess I judged a county fair here a couple years ago, and the steer weighed almost 1,500. But when you start doing the calculation of that on a 60% yield, he's still a 900-pound hanging carcass, and the packers now have moved that up to some of them are at 1,050 pounds. So it's the amount of product that you're getting out here today. I think, again, three really nice individuals. I've kind of got one in mind. If you would, put your hands together, give these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Grand Champion Market Steer Wyatt Wolfer. Entering the arena at this time is Class 2, second place, Stacy Arthur. Making their way outside of the arena at this time is Class 2, third place, Mary Bird. Congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion Market Steer, Katie Wolfer. Entering the arena at this time is Stacy Arthur. Making her way outside of the arena at this time is Wyatt Wolfer, Class 3, third place. Congratulations, third overall, Market Steer, Stacy Arthur. Entering the arena at this time is Class 3, third place, Wyatt Wolfer. Congratulations, fourth overall Market Steer, Wyatt Wolfer. Congratulations, fifth overall Market Steer, Olivia Liming. Congratulations, Grand Champion Market Steer, Wyatt Wolfer. Reserve Grand Champion Market Steer, Katie Wolfer. Third overall Market Steer, Stacy Arthur. Fourth overall Market Steer, Wyatt Wolfer. And fifth overall Market Steer, Olivia Liming. You have until 10:24 to consign animals and remove.